Alright, welcome back to the He Who Solos channel, fellow Mario Deluxers, and whatever we want to be called. Today, we're going to be looking more into this animation and plenty of other stuff. I will go over and say there is something secret here that I'm going to be saying somewhere throughout the video. It's up to you if you could go ahead and find it or not. Very unlikely, because I don't think anyone in this comment section is going to help you. If they do, that's great. I just don't think it's going to get enough viewers for you. But hey. Something's in here, and it's going to go and obviously reveal a secret, but besides that, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to go towards on why this animation took as long as it did, which really wasn't that long. The animation itself was like 2 hours and something minutes to do. However, the long part was definitely editing it. I ended up doing it all in one day within like a 4-hour sitting, 3.5. It's a lot easier if you do long sittings for this stuff than if you do it in short bursts, because you have to always go back into Gmod, always go back and draw all this and set everything up again in order to go and continue from where you last left off, which kind of sucks. One thing that is incredibly tough to do, especially in the early days of doing Gmod animation, definitely has to be walking animations, because any slight mistake, and I think when some of my friends tried this, they realize it, will make the character look like it's doing one of the most weirdest side moonwalks ever known to mankind. So you have to make sure it's not only the person not only continues walking straight, you got to make sure they also don't like curve and like screw up or like, I don't know, walk too slow or something. It'll look unnatural. Unfortunately, there's not really a lot of easy fixes to this. It's really trial and error. I mean, having a green screen instead would kind of help, but I usually don't use green screen most of the time, so yeah, good luck on me on that one, I guess. Another thing is obviously facial expressions to make the characters look alive. That's pretty important. Gotta make sure they don't look straight up like the same exact person. Unfortunately, some models just don't have that, so they do look like the same exact person. For instance, that one Brawl Luigi model. But besides that, another thing is disappearing objects. When it comes to animations with large amounts of things, you have to like make some of the objects go like somewhere that the camera can't see and then teleport in when they're actually using them. This is something I found out very early on, thankfully. So I was able to go and use that to my advantage in some of these animations. One thing that makes animation a lot easier in Gmod for me is definitely using POVs. So sometimes I be putting it instead towards the vision of like the person itself, like for instance what Mario's looking at. It not only gives the animation more depth, but it actually does make it quite easier because I don't have to go ahead and like make sure everything's completely accurate towards Mario's movement, since you can't see a lot of it. Obviously, it's still difficult even with that, but it's something good to know. So next, we're looking at Fire Mario here, and this is sort of like a special effect he has as he powers up. That's sort of what it is supposed to look like with all the fire coming out. Him turned a bit more on the red side. That's sort of how it is. The zoom in and stuff like that in order to make him look extra powerful, extra cool. I could have probably done this better, but due to limited time, it was supposed to be an April Fool's special. I just didn't have the time to make this better than it was. And you know we can't continue this without talking about that thumbnail. So as you know, I usually either make my own or possibly look at the best frame of a video in order to do the thumbnail. For Mario vs. Koopa, I did it when Koopa, he looked very scary in that one. For Aftermath, I made my own, and for this one, there was just a really good frame right here. A perfect clash, it just makes perfect sense, especially with some effects. So it's time for me to go ahead and tell you guys something else. As you know, I was not able to work on the Gmod animations at all for the next fight. So after this Gmod animation, I kind of just took nearly a month of a break. I am sorry. Of course, I'm going to be going back into it now that I have more free time. However, there's something I am going to go and say. There's a decent chance that I'm going to be probably uploading it somewhere else first and see how it does. I feel like I need to see if YouTube gives me a better chance of it doing well under a different channel or under this channel. Obviously later on, based off of how things will go, I might either go ahead and delete it on that channel and instead bring it to this channel, or I'll instead have to go and start bringing links and stuff to that channel just for that series. It'll be a channel just for the Mario vs. Gmod series. I think everything else is going to be on this channel anyway, so yeah. So this series is overall inspired by a series quite a while ago that was made by JZBoy. His JZBoy versus the Stickman versus Terraria series is kind of inspired by that with these Mario characters and other characters that come out instead. There'll be more characters as time goes on, but since we're so early in the series, it's gonna be kind of weird. It's also heavily inspired by Terraria, but sort of in a Gmod format. It's going to be interesting to see how it works and that kind of stuff, but obviously here we got our troll character, the Falling Star, similar to how it was in the JZBoy thing, but a little bit different here. It is a troll. You won't be seeing him a lot though, but I had to make a troll for this one. It was April Fool's, perfect timing, perfect opportunity. Well, that is all I need to go and say for now. We're gonna go ahead and transition to some random stuff from Gmod Animation that just didn't seem to go anywhere else, so it'll be added here. You're gonna see some random crap, and that'll be about it. Yeah, sorry for not uploading in nearly a month. That's just how it is, but at least I got to show you sort of how this worked. Of course, I'm gonna go right back into animating that Mario versus, you know what, I'll just say it. Mario versus Shadow DDD is next. So that'll be an epic one. I'm learning a lot, you know how it is. But I'll see y'all. It's time for these random videos to pop up.